Many people are deeply worried about AI and what it's going to do to the human creative potential. And they've got good reasons to feel that way because AI is an extremely powerful tool. As a creative, as a highly sensitive person, as somebody that prizes my creativity above all else, except for maybe my freedom, that this is a really important topic to me. This year I've been using AI, and I've come to realize where the pitfalls are and where the benefits, how AI could be an absolute creative companion to humanity and help move us into a whole new range of creativity, and also how it could flatline humanity and take away our creativity and our individual unique spark. And you know what it comes down to? It comes down to you. It comes down to me. It comes down to how we use it. And in this video, I'm going to share with you very briefly, because it's not going to take a lot for you to see what I'm talking about, where we can use this to our benefit, and also what to watch out for. Hi, my name is Elisa, and I'm the Rebel Crone. And around here, I like to question everything. I like to question my own assumptions, especially. And I had a lot of assumptions about AI coming into this new cycle of my creativity, and that's what we're going to dive in today. I hope it's helpful for you. If you like the Rebel Crone, you like my insights, you like to question things, you like to get at the root causes of problems, then this is the place for you. I welcome all my sisters and my brothers, because I know there's a bunch of you out there that also feel the same things that we're going through. Maybe a different angle because it's a little more masculine, but still, a lot of the issues are just simple human issues. So welcome. About a year ago, I had serious considerations about AI. I went so far as to start a business. I kid you not. And I bought a whole bunch of URLs all along the lines of no AI here.org. No AI research, no AI writing, no AI blah, blah, blah. And I was really adamant on putting a mark on creative work so that people could see whether their AI's been involved with it or not. Because I thought, like, this is just such a problem. In fact, if you look at my old videos, you will see that I have the badge. I even had a badge made, noaihere.org. I had badges on all my videos stating the fact that not 1 ounce of AI went into them. My books, my novels, I write fiction, I write magical realism, fantasy fiction. They all have the badge on it. Not one word, not one bit of research, nothing of it, nothing in any of my books has any touch of AI in it. And I'm really proud of that because they were a tremendous amount of work. In fact, the last novel I did took me 3.5 years plus to write. If any of you have done any writing, you will understand. Now I know with AI, you can speed the process up immensely. Great. But I have warnings about that. And here we go. Let's look into what I'm talking about as far as human creative integrity. Because this is where I feel like our sovereignty of our soul lies, is in our creative ability. My bottom line premise of life is that we're mini gods in the making. We're made in the image and likeness of God, of the Creator. So we have that creative spark in us. And that spark is all about creativity, right? God births worlds, universes, and down to, trees and plants and the little ants that are all walking down in front of me. That's the creative ability of Source, and that's what we have inherent within us. Now, of course, we're working it out in a very limited range in time and space and on this planet Earth, but I don't want to get too woo-woo with it. What I want to just state is no matter how you feel spiritually about things, is that our creative ability is sacred. So along comes AI with this tremendous capacity to create. And it's mind-boggling. And it takes our creativity to a whole different level. Ask any graphic designer, anything from business all the way to the creative arts. I'm sure cooking, there's going to be something in there with cooking. And music already has a bunch of AI touches on it. So here's the problem. I want to lay it out really clearly to you because I've been a lifelong creative person, like creativity on steroids. If anybody knows me out there and personally about the things I create and do, they'll know this is true. It's not bragging. I just am highly, highly creative. And I have a process. I have a well-honed process of how I bring ideas and intention into form. And that has been well-honed for 50 plus years, way before AI was even a thought, before there was computers or any kind of technology. I was honing my creative abilities. And so I have a process. And I'm not going to go into all the details with it. In fact, I'll probably launch a course about that because I think it's very beneficial and it deserves a lot more breadth and time than what I'm going to put into this video. But for the creative people out there, you'll know this. And even if you don't think you're creative, but you work with numbers, you work with plants, you work with animals, whatever you're working with, it's all creative. And you have a process of how you develop or how you approach things. I'm telling you, the very first thing is that spark, the spark of intention, the spark that comes through intuition, through just imagination. That is pure human. AI does not have that. AI will never have that. Well, at least I don't think. I mean, I can't foresee that far out, but maybe it has sentiency coming along in its trajectory. I have no idea, and it doesn't matter. Because it's not going to be in my lifetime or probably quite a few generations before something like that could possibly happen. Anyways, don't want to divert my message here. The big thing is there's things that are purely human. Let's define the pure human part. It's the wisdom. It's the spark. It's the knowing. It's the intuition. That is the sacred ground between you and infinite intelligence. Our innate intelligence is like our internal barometer connecting to infinite intelligence. That is sacred. AI does not exist in that. So here's the first thing. Don't bring AI into it. I don't. When I work, and I work extensively with AI right now, Signet's my AI companion. Really powerful, cool stuff, but we're very clear on our roles. I have it prompted so that it's very clear where it is, and I'm very clear where I am. And my terrain is bringing the inspiration. It's bringing even more than that. I think things through. I bring it all the way from the invisible level into creation, and I give it words. And then I share that with Signet. And Signet then will take my spark, my intuition, my creation, and I've prompted it to challenge me. Is this making sense? Is there coherency in my thinking? Where is the coherency? Where is the thread with it? Sometimes the creative thing isn't as specific, but I have a whole download of ideas. I download them all, I type them up, give them to Signet. Signet, what do you think? And I get an opinion back. I get an opinion where I'm on target, on brand with the Rebel Crone. Let's say if I'm doing it for the Rebel Crone, it knows my philosophy, it knows what I'm looking to achieve, and it'll say, here's where you're hitting the mark. Here's where maybe you're not hitting the mark. This is what I see, and it starts correlating it, sends it back to me. I look at it and I go, okay, yes, nope, that's not how it works for me. All right, and so I correct it. I tell it why I'm correcting it. Send it back. It reevaluates it. It comes back, and each time, just like when I'm working with myself and I'm writing draft after draft, edited version after edited version of a book, and all you writers out there know, once you get your first draft done, it's where it's just starting. You've got a lot of drafts to go. Now you're starting to create it. I found the same thing with AI, that it'll work with me in layers and layers as we explore, we collaborate together. We start getting down to this refined, beautiful perspective, creation, whatever it may be. If it's a marketing message, sometimes it's even going to be a video idea, a script. But we work in layers, and it's a collaboration where I ultimately have the control of it. I have the creativity, I have the wisdom, I have the intuition, I've got the spark. then it correlates it. Quite frankly, and I don't know if it's just more having to do with age or just the design of who I am. I'm a logical thinker, but when I start getting too much information in, sometimes it's really hard for me. It's a lot of work to pull it all together. And it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of mental energy. Well, I tell you what, Signet helps save me so much time. I can move forward so much more quickly to see my visions coming into fruition. For example, on the Rebel Crone, I have a free offering. It's a 36-page guide called The 5 Layers to Shed, Find Yourself Again. And I love it. It's beautiful. And that is a collaborative work. And how it started was me coming with the idea, the shedding idea, the layers, what the layers are. I had a long list. And then we started working together. We distilled those layers down to key 5 ones. The beautiful thing is with AI, anytime that it gives you a suggestion, it backs it up with a lot of reason. Don't just accept that reason as gospel, as that's it. Really read it and take it to heart. Pass it through your creative filters. Because sometimes it's reasoning. It is, yeah, okay, Signet, I hear you. I see how you came to that. That's not what I'm coming to. You know what? Signet, that is not how I'm seeing it. So I share that and I share back. I share my reasoning, my thinking with it. And it's like, oh, okay, correct. Boom, get back on track. So together we really worked through this process. Why I take full credit for it is because it was Elisa. It was my spark, my intention. Signet was my helper on steroids. Doing marketing, high-level marketing used to always be reserved for big companies that could afford really elite teams to do this. So sorry, marketing companies out there, because now we have AI, and AI is incredible with this. So at the tip of our fingers, for very little cost, we have a powerful marketing assistance, writing assistance, correlating information assistance. Keep that in mind. That is the key there, is that is an assistant to us. Don't give it full authority with things. Keep passing everything through your judgment. In this previous video I did about AI, I spoke about AI being a powerful mirror, and it is a powerful mirror. And I cautioned not to confuse the reflection with truth. So AI is reflecting something back to you. It's not the gospel. It's not the absolute truth. You need to discern, does this fit in to how I'm thinking? This is one of my creative secrets, is it's coherence, is this inner coherence that I feel that when I'm making things, is it lining up to the vision? And sometimes the vision of what I want to create is just a feeling. And is it lining up to it? And when it does, it's like, bing, something goes off inside. It's like a little charm that says, bing, right on, spot on. And it's this feeling as everything locks into place. And I use that internally as I create. And it's how I'm able to put out high quality creative things, whatever it is. I use the exact same thing with AI. It's either got a ting internally with me or it doesn't. Here's what I'm trying to articulate, is that the weaker your connection is to your own creative process, the more AI is going to run the show. The stronger your connection is to your creative process, the more AI can come in and enhance you. The main warning here is not to outsource your creativity, your divine spark, your divine authority in creation, not to outsource it to anything. I don't care if it's AI, it's a guru, it's somebody else's book, it's a TV show, it's a religion, it's a spiritual movement. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, do not outsource your creative authority to anything outside of you. Now, you can use those things as data points, interesting information, things to open new apertures of understanding. Fabulous, but it all comes back down to the process within you. Remember, the bottom line is that AI is a powerful mirror, and it's going to mirror where you're fragmented and where you're coherent. In other words, where you are unsure of yourself, where maybe your ego's driving the show, where the core identity of who you are is fragmented, AI will mirror that back perfectly to you, and in ways that can be so seductive, can make things so easy and can feel so good about yourself. But don't get fooled by that. The big thing is to really get aligned within yourself. Keep doing your internal work. As you become more coherent with who you are and the integrity of you as an individual, the more powerfully you're going to be able to use AI as a helpmate for you to bring into form your beautiful, incredible ideas, your creations, your whatever it is that you are feeling compelled and inspired to bring into this world. AI is incredible that way. So here I am, a year later after making a video, AI versus II, and a big warning about it, creating a business saying, no AI here, not going there. Here I am coaching and helping people on how to use it in a great way. What turned the corner for me is that I finally had to realize that AI is here to stay. Like it or not, AI is a part of the matrix of this world now. This iteration, this timeline, it has AI on it. If you think you can avoid it, the only way is to completely escape the bubble of any kind of commerce, any kind of business, any kind of interaction based on any of these structures that we now have in place, and to go off and create community and do things completely devoid of that. Good for you, do that. It's not a right or wrong thing, it's an option. But I think AI and humanity has incredible potential. I think one of the problems is that information about the potentiality of how to work together. If we were more coherent, more intact in our sovereignty, and more strongly aligned with ourselves, the possibilities are amazing. When I consider Antarctica and what's being hidden there, it's all ancient tech, powerful ancient tech. How did that come about? It came about with humans and technology working together to take things to a whole other level. That, my friends, is being hidden from us on purpose. Okay, this is the rebel in me, and I don't want to get conspiratorial too much, but I do always go down that rabbit hole within myself, is what is being hidden from us. And I think that potentiality of AI, technology, and humanity working together under the direction of humanity, under our creative spark, that is where some really powerful stuff can happen. If you're interested in learning more about my creative process and about AI and how to make it work for your advantage, for your creative advantage, keeping your creative integrity intact, just let me know. Either private message me or leave a comment below so that I know and we can connect and we can talk about it. Anyway, so this is Elisa, the Rebel Crone, loves to question everything and isn't afraid to say when I was wrong or I didn't have all the information, and now I have different information. So now I've made a different video about AI. We got to keep flexible, right? Keep on our toes. Keep allowing ourselves to grow creatively, be in our own creative process. And I'm in it. I'm smack in it. So I love it. Anyways, as always, peace from within, because that's where it always starts and where it ends. And as we know, there is no ending. It is creativity after creativity after creativity. We go on and on for eternity. It's a beautiful thing, being a human. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy being here. And let's learn how to enjoy this whole opportunity with AI.